another Greta Goes Nowhere. This time, we're out in Marathon, Texas. We just rode these machines from Austin, and that was a long-ass ride. Jim Bob, how many miles was it?
412.
412 miles. That was pretty brutal. So there's Jim Bob. Say hi, Jim Bob.
Hi, Jim Bob.
And there's McHugh. He's wanted in 12 countries. Nobody knows for what.
I'll never tell.
And there's the bikes we rode. And this is which one is this? Moscow? Or no, this is
the Starlight Lounge and High Desert Retreat.
There you go. So that's where we're staying for the next couple of days. And it's just so damn beautiful out here. And there's like a ton of people here. What the hell? But yeah, it was a long day riding, and I think there's going to be iced down bourbon about to cross our lips here pretty soon. Welcome to Texas. Greta Goes Nowhere. All right, another episode of Greta Goes Nowhere. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I am actually out in the middle of somewhere between Marathon, Texas, and Alpine. So Marathon's that way, Alpine's that way. Q and I stopped out here. There's a notice telling us not to stay here for more than 24 hours, and you can't erect a tent or shelter. So we won't be erecting any tents, I promise. So what do we got here? We got the history of Big Bend. Basically, it's all about firearms and shooting stuff, and it's just beautiful out here. But right now, it is cold. It is I don't know, probably 35, and gotta give kudos to these guys to Climb, K-L-I-M, and it's pronounced Climb, not Klim. I got a Badlands jacket, and it's got zippers all over it. So when it gets hot out here, and it'll be up 100 plus, you open up the zippers, the air flows through, you're wonderful. But right now, I just have, what do I have? I got like a quilted shirt under it, and it's like 30-something degrees out here, and I'm perfectly comfortable. I got some cheap gauntlet gloves, and they really aren't worth a damn. Someday I got to get some nice gloves, but 30 degrees. So I got the old Harley police bike, and the windshield works pretty damn well. It's a little low, so I put this dude on there, and that really makes a difference. Oh, and guess what? A Climb helmet. That's a big shot. So it really helps deflect the wind, but I don't have anything over my hands here. Like most bikes, like that big thing, it's got your hands are behind stuff. So I don't. So those good gloves are really necessary. So yeah, someday I'll get some fancy gloves. But man, Climb jackets, this is the best thing in the world. I've ridden this thing in from 112 degrees down to 20. And you just put layers under it, or just wear a t-shirt under it, open up the vents, and you're good for no matter what. And it's got all the armoring on it. And I love this stuff up here. It's laser welded ceramic beads to Kevlar, and I think it's like, will survive a nuclear blast. And it looks cool, but it's like if you're sliding down the road, you're not gonna get your arms tearing up. So we got to talk about Timmy's boots. Mr. McHugh, tell us about those wonderful Climb boots here.
Oh, I really like these. These are the adventure boots. I forget the exact model. But since it's an adventure,
and you're such an
adventurous guy. The lug sole.
Yeah.
Which are just as good as like hiking boots and such.
Yeah.
And I find them to be very comfortable. I bought them a little bit larger than normal, just so I had more room for like bigger socks. But they run true to size. Very comfy. Oh, I like this. This is the best. One of the best parts. Where you've got this deal.
And if you had
with the captive lace system, so you don't have like
laces.
Yeah, they'll have laces that are going to get caught on your bike, so you come to a stop sign, you can't get your foot off the pegs because your laces are all caught up, and then you fall.
Yeah, if you're commandeering a tank, they won't get tangled up in the gears.
There you go.
So, all right, so we're heading off to Alpine right now. Jim Bob is back writing some article for somebody. Then we're gonna go up to Fort Davis and just go brave the cold. It is now that I'm stopped and my hands are not covered. My hands are freezing because it's 30 something out here. It's beautiful. Oh look, we got company. He's gonna steal both our bikes, kidnap us, cut us up, and throw us out in the desert. All right, see ya. Greta goes nowhere, man. All right, so this is beautiful Fort Davis, Texas. It's actually a really cool little town. It's up in the mountains above, it's like 30 miles from Alpine. And it's an old town. Everything's made out of rock and stone and stuff. It's really pretty cool. There's a little, what do you call it? The town square. And right over there is a drugstore, an old-fashioned drugstore that has the best milkshakes on the planet and huge onion rings. So of course we just went up there and indulged. We shouldn't have, we did. Bikes are running great. They love it up here. It's cold. Bikes always seem to run better when it's really cold. It's like, I don't know, maybe 40. It's pretty brutal. But no, it's great. It's wonderful. Big Bend rocks, man. See? Greta goes nowhere. Hashtag Greta goes nowhere. All right, I had to make a video out of this. I've been riding these things for decades, and they were always the old shovelheads, so they had all kinds of weird issues, and I beat them up pretty bad. But it was always me having to get help from somebody because it broke down in the middle of nowhere, or fixing, tearing shit apart to fix it. Well, this time, Jim Bob on his big fancy BMW's got a dead battery out in the middle of Marathon, Texas. And it's not me for a change. Jim Bob, tell me about this dead battery of yours.
It spent the night in probably 15-degree temperatures for 2 nights and wasn't ridden, so didn't work out. Got up this morning, it wouldn't even turn over. And the Harley did. The Harley went bumping.
Well, it'll start. Because he's got a good battery. He's going to jump him. We're going to get back on the road. We're going to go down to the park and go hit wild pigs. We just came into the entrance of Big Bend National Park. It is just one of the most beautiful places on the planet. See the bathroom? Isn't it something? It's just gorgeous out here. Just Purple Mountains Majesty. Probably Purple Martins too. Just look at that. And that away is Mexico. Pretty nice, huh? I'll stop in some scenic places. Jim Bob's going to tell us all about Santa Elena Canyon.
This is Santa Elena Canyon on the Big Bend of Texas, the national park. It's called the Big Bend because this is where the Rio Grande, when it comes down from the Sangre de Cristo Mountains in New Mexico and gets into Texas, it makes a broad sweep down along the border. That's Mexico over there, so we are on the La Frontera, and this side is the U.S. And these walls, these palisades above the canyon are 1,500 feet above the desert floor and above the river. And you go this way into another canyon about 100 miles down the river called Boquillas, which is almost as dramatic and a little more colorful than this. But this was built, this river occurred to meet the stone and the upthrust through the years, and it just carved out this canyon by slow movement of water and then of course torrential flooding from time to time. But it's become one of the most spectacular scenes in our national park system, and it's fun to float it, to raft it, to canoe it, and you camp halfway down and have a great cookout. And this is the takeout for most people, as you can see with the rafts and the canoes. They probably camped overnight. The river's really low, and it's hard to get all the way down here in one day when the water's barely moving like this, but it really is a spectacular place. I have been here many times. I will come here many times more.
What do you think, Tim?
Big cliff.
Big cliff. Yeah, it's pretty spectacular. This is just really, really spectacular. The ride down here was just so astounding that, this little crappy video just can't do it any justice. Pictures can't do it justice. You just have to hop on a bike and come down here. And, for all you guys that are watching this on all these biker channels that I post this stuff on, just come down here. Just get on a bike. I mean, the weather's nice. It's a little chilly today, but it's warming up. It's like 60 something. And you just have to see it, and seeing it on a bike is probably the best way to do it. There's just no way to explain it. It's just so completely astounding. As far as you can see in every direction for hundreds of miles, it's just absolutely beautiful. So yeah, check out that canyon. Remember, Greta goes nowhere. Follow the hashtag. All right, I had stopped and get a picture of this. Look at this. It kind of looks like a rhinoceros. This is a lava field. Look at all the damn lava. You don't see this very often. Look at that. Pretty spectacular. Oh, there's McHugh. Say hi, McHugh. This is the McDonald Observatory. I've never ridden to an observatory before. Check this out. This is just spectacular. So this is the road through Fort Davis, and you start climbing up into the mountains up here, and it's just a spectacular ride. Just big open vistas and nice twisty mountain roads. And you get up here and there's the observatory. And this is the loop road that'll eventually take us down to Martha and points elsewhere. So there's the observatory. A little too light out right now to see anything. Bike made it just fine. Still dripping oil. I put some extra in it. This is Greta. Go nowhere, man. Look at those two big old javelina just slowly wandering across the road. Here, piggy, piggy, piggy. They are eyeing my bike, obviously with lust. Here, piggy. Javelina. I have javelina snacks for you. Come here, piggies. That's pretty damn funny. Hey, buddies. Piggies. Come on, look. Javelina snacks. Javelina snacks. Well, I guess they are not amused. They're sure taking their damn time. So now we're at the overlook. Oh, and by the way, Greta goes nowhere and it ended up here. Somebody wrote that last time they rode through here. I don't know who. Terrible. So back that way is the thriving metropolis of Ira Ann, Texas. And this is the Permian Basin, and they're just cranking out massive piles of oil out of here. And when you ride through, it smells like weird chemicals that'll probably kill you. But it's pretty damn beautiful. Jim Bob, tell us about where we are.
We are on the edge of the Great Permian Sea, which formed in the Precambrian era, and it was an inland ocean that went from north of here about 200 miles and came all the way down here. And
that translates to about 300 years ago for you young Earth types. For the rest of us, it's 200 million or something.
Yeah, something like that. So that the interesting thing is that that for whatever reason, this was a tropical area that dinosaurs roamed, and then when they died, a bunch of them died here, and they created the dinosaur wine that our motorcycles drink and our cars drink. And it's right down in there, that area in there. There's a ranch, I think it's called the Parker Ranch, that had one of the biggest oil hits ever discovered. And at one time, without any pumping, the pressure at the wellhead was creating 55,000 barrels of oil a day.
That's a lot of wine.
Astonishing amount of dinosaur wine. But this whole area, you can see if you look along the ridge lines there, you can actually see where the water lapped up to the top of those there and created the smooth tops along the edges. How the sea was there. And this of course is the Permian Basin now. It's not the Permian Sea, and it goes all the way up to Midland, Odessa, which is the largest producer of oil in the United States, and it has been for almost 100 years now. It's been cranking out oil for World War I, World War II, and everything that we use oil for today. And it's still producing.
So we're on the way back from Big Bend, and hanging out in Marathon, and we brought our camera gear. I'm gonna run over here and take a look at the bikes. So this is the Beemealounger. This is a BMW K1200 LT, and it does have a warm water bidet. The espresso maker is right behind the helmet there, and we brought camping equipment, which we never used, not even once, because we stayed in Jim's trailers. He's got two really awesome vintage Airstreams at the Marathon Motel. Awesome little place, beautiful little courtyard, just a great place to stay. So we stayed in there, and we had warmth because it got really cold at night. This is another BMW Beemealounger K1200, and this one has the hot water bidet as well as a full shower, and I think there's a breakfast nook as well. And this is my beloved 2009 FLHP Police Special, and it's just a fabulous bike. I love this thing. I put the I found a police solo seat on it. It's got a little spring shock on it, comfy as hell. 6-gallon tank. Road King Police, and it's just I love the way it sounds. Got the kick-ass fishtails on there, and just for putting around out here, it's been wonderful. I mean, 70 miles an hour, I'm not even doing 3,000 RPM. It's just chugging along. So, yeah, if you get out to Big Bend, go hang out in Marathon, go get a cocktail. The chicken fried steak at the White Buffalo Bar is delicious. Get your breakfast over at the Oasis Cafe. It's a great little spot. And ride down to the park. Go check out the park. It's just a spectacular part of the world. And seeing all this on a bike, it's really the best way to go. It's, you get to smell the smells and see the sights, and don't have any windows and cages and junk around you. So, hey McHugh, this is McHugh. He's one of the intrepid riders. Tell us about riding out in Big Bend.
Oh, it was great. Wide open spaces, miles and miles of Texas, all that good stuff.
Wow, all that
good stuff. Had a good time. Didn't drink all that much except for a couple times.
There was bourbon involved.
I did crash once.
Yep, he's got the stigmata, which I'm going to call the Pope, see if we can make that a miracle.
Yeah, not on the bike. This was just on the way back from the bar one night.
Yeah. Road hazard.
I'm going to have to start wearing my riding gear when I go out at night.
Yeah. We're going to wrap you up in a helmet.
Like one of those guys that's, where's all the hockey equipment?
Yeah.
Doesn't skate.
All right, so I'm Greta Goes Nowhere. Welcome to the big sky of Texas. It's just wherever you look, there's lots of big blue sky up there, and the weather's been fabulous. Got a little cold here and there, but other than that, it's just been absolutely gorgeous. So stick with us. We're gonna have more cool adventures ahead. So this is a great place to go nowhere because it's kind of nowhere. See ya.